What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be talking about how I did $30,000 in 30 days as a 16-year-old entrepreneur in high school. But this video is not your average case study. The purpose for me to make this video is to show the reality of dropshipping as it is. I know there's actually legit people in the dropshipping community. However, you have not seen my experience. I genuinely believe you'll learn at least one thing in this video, and if you don't, sue me, okay? So let's get started. So I'm gonna get started with the product. Here is the tracksuit. I was doing dropshipping clothing. I was basically selling this. This is the most popular color. It's a two-piece set tracksuit, and the thought process behind my product choice was basically, the backstory is I've been doing dropshipping for 2 years now, so I've tested probably over 100 products for sure, over 100 products. And I was in the gaming, electronics. The reason I chose clothing and a tracksuit is because my friend Jaden, he has been printing basically. He did 200K in a month or something like that, something crazy. And he was doing clothing, and I was thinking to myself, well, I've been testing hundreds of products by now, and I haven't really hit big yet. So I saw my inner circle, how did they make their money? I mean, they also tested a bunch of products from Poop, Scoop, Dog, whatever, crazy stuff. They've tested a bunch of products too, and they found success selling clothing for women's clothing. So in my head, I was like, I need to get in the niche at least. Basically, shapewear is what they made their most money, and this product is kind of like shapewear. It does shape the body around tighter than a normal tracksuit. This hoodie, like, it's pretty aesthetically pleasing, and the reason I chose that as my winning product is because it passed at least the qualifications on the product research. The way I do my product research as of right now, I go onto PP ads and I search up the filters. I had them memorized, I know this. 20,000 impressions, last seen 7 days, United States, and make sure they're using Shopify and they're dropshipping on TikTok ads. What I want to see is a trending, upwards trend product, not that many competitors, and what I do is I change the market it's in. For example, this tracksuit right here, for this scenario, they were selling a bunch on TikTok United States, as someone else was already selling it, and I saw the amount of money they were making. Everything checked the boxes. It has a wow factor because of the embroid here. I don't know if you can see that. It's not the average tracksuit, and that it's also ripped off of Hidden Cult, so people loved it, I guess. And another thing you have to look into when you're selecting a winning product is you have to make sure there's a lot of creatives that are high quality and their aesthetic. Basically, on this product, there was at least 5 creatives already professionally made, and that's where I saw, I mean, this product is printing, because when a creative has a high effort, it means it's selling. The difference is I did not sell it in the same place, right? The competitor was doing TikTok US. Guess what I did? Facebook meta ads, United States. And I also tested TikTok Europe, United Kingdom, Germany. I did do good there, but I didn't feel like it wasn't as scalable or profitable. So it really wasn't a winner over there, even though I did test it, and I did get a good revenue, a couple, I think 20K from there. And then I tried Facebook United States, and there it printed. I mean, sales profitable since the first day, and then I scaled up to $1,000 days in a week, even though that's not even a high scale, but I scaled up to there because I was having back-end issues. Customer support wasn't set up correctly. I mean, I didn't have a VA up to that point, which means I have to respond to every single email. And I don't think people understand how customer support works. These customers are not respectful. I think investing in a VA is probably the best investment you can make as a dropshipper, because you're gonna end up drained from the emails. It's always negative. It's very rough to respond to. And when we're talking about 50 emails a day, 100 emails a day, every day, that's something you need to get a VA for. However, even though I did do 30,000 in 30 days and I believe 45,000 in 2 months, shapewear, the niche, women's clothing niche, is like a double-edged sword. You can print there. There's no doubt about it. They sell, like, you don't even have to try to sell women's clothing. It sells itself. You know, they just have to see it and they'll buy it. There's literally hundreds of thousands of people that will buy it. However, it is a double-edged sword. And what I mean by this, there's a lot of chargebacks, returns, shipping times are slower in this niche. So you'll put yourself in a situation whereby you are gonna make a lot of sales, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna profit. Talking about profit, we are now on the computer so we can see the Shopify dashboard analytics. As you can see, I'm gonna be as transparent as possible. We're gonna organize this per week on a weekly basis, because this is, I'm gonna be showing like 6 weeks of advertising. And over here, I have my ads manager also set up on a weekly basis. I don't think you guys will be able to understand the campaigns, but what is important here is the spend. So right here, we spent on the first week of the test of the product, we spent 1,378. However, we had a slightly under 3x ROAS. We did $3,496 on the first week of this tracksuit. However, now we hop on the next week, November the 9th to the 16th. Boom. We did a slightly higher, we scaled a little bit harder this week, though you have to understand, guys, this is nothing compared to what people are doing out there. But at least for me, as a 16-year-old, I'm still in high school. However, we had $4,172 in revenue, and in our ads manager from November the 9th to the 16th, we spent $2,270. I was testing new offers and angles that I'm going to be showing you guys later on, and we then figured out the best during Black Friday. This is still before Black Friday started, so I'm still in the testing phase and testing different stuff in my ads manager. But here we had under a 2x ROAS, so it wasn't as great this week. However, I do remember I was testing ABOs and CBOs. Turns out CBOs are better. I always do CBOs. You want the ad account to do the heavy lifting for you. Essentially, you don't want to be on the ads manager multiple hours a day, you doing the adjustments. You want the ad account to do it, because the AI will know more than you always, every single time. And it's also time consuming. This is why I switched up to a CBO during this time frame. So now the next week, November the 16th to the 23rd, we did $8,282. Our offers and angles were getting better. Our creatives were better. It was getting closer to Black Friday, so everything was getting put together. Now let's see how much did we spend. We probably spent a decent amount more. So as you can see, we bumped up the budgets ever so slightly to $3,647 this week. So we spent $3,647 this week, and we had $8,282 in sales. So an over a 2x ROAS, 2.5x ROAS up on the screen, the profit margin. But now we are scaling higher. This means that the AI, the ads manager, and everything on the back end on my sides, the offers and angles, taking the front end, was getting better. So now I'm gonna check the next week. November the 23rd to the 30th, we did $6,582, slightly less. We were facing these back-end issues that I was talking about, where customer support was over the roof, and it was just me during this time. However, let's see how much we spent on ads, because I believe we probably spent less considering we made less money. So $2,867 we spent. This means we had over a 2x ROAS. Now for the next week, for November the 30th to November the 6th, to Friday the 6th, we did $7,239. This means that we did slightly better this week. Let me check on the ads manager. How much did we spend November the 30th to Friday, which would be 7 days? We spent slightly more, $3,707 this week. It's nothing crazy. I had crazy days like 9x ROAS, but it wasn't as consistent. But there's people out there with a 5x, 4x consistent ROAS. However, I did move my webcam so you guys can see the Facebook ad manager time frame. Now for the next week, we started to descale. I haven't talked about payment processing issues, but now I finally will. Across all the YouTubers, they rarely talk about payment processing issues. I can see why they don't. However, I did not get banned in payment processing, but I did have a 15% hold for 90 days, and that led me to starting to descale. So for the next week, we descaled to 4,755, and we actually lost on our profit margin this week. This was post Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So now our sales are dropping off, and we still spent $3,465. So now I think we descaled even more. This is actually the end of this product. It was like 6 weeks total. We descaled quite a bit. 3,294, the 30th to the 20th. Yeah, 2,436. We were around break even. This is the end of the test. The product did fall off, and all the sales that I got from this day to as I'm speaking today on January the 12th, 1,289. So this was all from email marketing, no ads, all SMS and emails through Klaviyo. I have a guy that is really good in Klaviyo, and he did all of the email marketing during this time frame. Well, actually during the whole time frame, but this is all emails, which all of this I could say was very profitable. In total, from the whole test, we did a total of 34,000. You've probably already seen crazier numbers like 500K in a week, a million in 2 weeks or something. But as a 16-year-old entrepreneur starting to get some traction, this is pretty decent numbers in my opinion. There are a lot of people that my age do more. However, now let's get to the good stuff, the website, the offer, and all the other details that I had. So now we're on to the good stuff. As you can see, the best offer that we had was they get one for $79.99 plus a $9.95 in shipping, or they buy two with a discount of $129.90, or they buy three for $209. These are the people that wanted basically everything. Here's a bunch of product images. In the add to cart, I had a Christmas deal and a timer, and I also had shipping protection, also a nice Valentine's free sweatpants. The free sweatpants sale, I basically split tested it, and I realized if I add free sweatpants, people would literally buy more. The conversion rate went up. If you scroll down, see the images, scroll down too fast, but I had 3 images. It's optimized for mobile, so it doesn't look as good, but I had 3 images, the size chart, reviews, the diamond authenticity badge on the reviews, and then down here our footer menu. You don't want to clutter your store. You want to have it simple. You want to have it straight to the point. You want people to buy. You don't want people to stay looking around. And matter of fact, they didn't even stay looking around most of the time. Right there, I have 5-star reviews. I also had a sale here that save $100. In summary, guys, we could have done better. However, I did try during this whole time, but we did face back-end issues with a 15% hold on payment processing because of high risk and disputes from Shopify. We did not face any ad account issues, but we did face some issues on the creatives. They were getting disabled. During this time, I was also having some supplier issues. Some of the orders went like half missing, and I had a lot of customers basically wanting a refund or a compensation like immediately. I couldn't scale as hard because of this, and our cash flow was having issues because of the 15% holds from Shopify. So I could have done better. I did learn a lot. It was a huge learning experience. I thought I already knew everything in dropshipping because I was already 18 months in. However, we are just getting started. I plan to be one of the biggest dropshippers in this space. I'm trying to be as authentic as possible and at the same time, which is hard to do. However, I'm literally just getting started. I hope you guys understand. I will try to have my first 10K. I already had a 4K day, but I need a 10K day, 20K day, 30K day, 100K month, 200K month, 500K month. We are just getting started, and this is just the beginning. I will drop the Discord server link right below, and so you can contact me, talk to me. Right now, this Discord server is small, so you can still talk to me. Once it gets big, I'm not going to be able to, but feel free to add me on Twitter. I literally post and document everything on Twitter. I'll put the handle up here. I'll put the Discord server link down below in the description. If you want and if you thought this was valuable and if you learned one thing in this video, I know this isn't the best dropshipping video you've seen, but this is my best dropshipping video I've made to this date. So if you would like to subscribe, like, comment, leave a comment, whatever you want. But I am finally done, guys.